Hum. Ver essas coisas, que coisa. E aí, Sora? Como você tá? Você tá melhor? Eu espero que você tenha melhorado, ou tenha conseguido dormir um pouco, ou acordado melhor. Ih, sei lá. Sinto muito, então. Toma aqui pra animal. Já tomou café? É, acho que é isso. Hum.
Quer que eu faça um copo deste novo? É feito só com o cacau natural das montanhas da Nicarágua. Não tem adoçantes artificiais. As montanhas da Nicarágua não tem adoçantes artificiais.
Que engraçado. Cortei com uma espinhona. Nossa, um milagre. Eu consegui começar a live antes das 11. Divulgando tudo e tudo mais. É o fim dos tempos isso aqui, mano. Hum. Deixa eu colocar o controle aqui e jogar um joguinho. Ui. Ô, droga. Eu vou escrever aqui. Ah, já tá certo o jogo. Vou ver meus pontinhos aqui. Hum. Elai! Como você está, Elai? Indicar o meu amiguinho querido. Elai, você podia me mandar uns refrigerantes pra casa, viu? Eu sei. Durma, Elai, durma. É, Gabone, como assim? Tudo bem, Elai.
Damn, this wound is still bleeding. Better bandage it up quick.
O jogo não salvou.
For a bleed out.
Vamos comer.
That's really good. So good I wouldn't say no.
Prólogo de 3 horas. Caralho. Vou salvar.
True bliss is a full belly.
Quem sabe hoje eu acabe, Elai. E aí, Leonardo, tudo bom? Ah, que legal. Acho que tá bom de comidinha, né? Acabei com a comida da véia. Nossa, mas é muito tempo de
There's
prólogo.
a water trough in front of the hut. Have a wash there, so you're fit to face the world.
Eu tô adorando, Elai. Eu tô achando foda demais.
Feel like a new man.
É, eu imagino que vai ficar complicado. Ó, com a véia agora. É aí que o bicho vai pegar.
I did what you asked.
And you didn't faint while doing it. I'm pleased, Henry. I had to pour a whole Lethean potion into you last night. That's what I call medicine. It can either put a dead man back on his feet, or make sure he never gets up again. So consider yourself lucky.
I will. But what about Capon?
Well, he's less lucky. That brute really knocked him about before Hans beat the life out of him.
Is there any way I can help? I owe it to Capon, and I want to do whatever I can.
You owe him, all right. I've got a bit of that Lethean potion left.
Vai lá,
It ought to
Eli.
work wonders on
Bom
him,
soninho
same
pra
as on
você.
you. But I can't just give it to him now. First, we have to deal with that fever.
Obrigada,
The
Eli.
fastest remedy for that is chamomile decoction. Luckily, it ain't too hard to brew, but we'll need some fresh sage for it. And, of course, chamomile. You ought to be able to manage that. You've got young legs and eyes, and I reckon a bit of a stroll would do you good.
Ah, morreu com esse
All right.
Elzer.
Tell me, what do the herbs look like?
Sage has a purple blossom, and chamomile has white petals with a yellow center. At the back of the hut, there's a footpath leading up to the rocks. You go along there till you reach a sort of small meadow. You ought to find both of them there.
Great. I'll be back in a jiffy with a couple of handfuls.
All right. I'll be glad if you get back here soon. I don't feel right being here with that corpse in my yard. Seeing him lying there gives me chills. I can't think straight.
I understand. It makes me anxious too. Maybe I could manage to bury him somewhere. Or at least hide him somewhere further off in the woods.
The Lord be praised. I'd be truly glad of that. Do you feel up to it, laddie? You ain't...
Not to worry. I'll see what I can manage. It's on account of us that he's here anyway. I wouldn't want you to have any more trouble. And a bit of effort, even if it's a dirty job, is the least I owe you.
Well,
Exatamente.
if you think you can manage it, good. But
Where should I put him?
grab the spade by the dung pile and bury him by the creek. The soil will be... When you head out the gate, follow your nose. And when you're done with that, better have a walk.
True.
I'll sort out the rest with Ignatius, the gravedigger, when he comes by again. So's I don't have that...
All right.
Vamos trabalhar aqui já.
His breathing's pretty weak, but it's regular. That's a good sign. Bring that chamomile and sage. If there's anything you need, we'll talk about it later. And if you can, take care of that dead fella like a good lad.
Ai, é pertinho. Por enquanto eu não tenho nada. Interessante. Perdeu uma, né? Nunca sei quando eu vou precisar de comida, então.
Seems Bujana isn't some quack. She's got a damn good setup here.
Eu viajo. Não devia fazer tanto trabalho assim, mas.
Ah, shit. Shoulder. This bastard's hard work.
E a gente acaba, peraí.
I'll put him down somewhere for a while so I can start digging.
Caramba, eu fiz uma cova perfeita. Eu deixei o cara agora, que eu não lembro mais.
May the earth rest lightly on you, you bastard. I hope you find peace. And don't come out to haunt anyone. I can't just go wandering around. I have a duty to Sir Hans.
Voltar o caminho, então que eu não tô achando.
Damn, his shoulder still hurts like hell. Maybe now it'll tell me when it's gonna rain.
Aqui. E aí, Pajé? Como você tá? Tudo bom? Achei salve.
Purple flower, sage. There we go.
Tô bem também, obrigado pela presença.
That's it. Chamomile. Right, I've got all the herbs I need. So back to Bajena on the double. The sooner Hans gets that remedy, the better.
Obrigada pela presença, querido. Eu nem pulei carnaval, Dante. Para de mentir. Vamos lá entregar as ervas pra véia. Gente que chegou agora, tá rolando um sorteio. E aí, ama que alça. Nossa, eu selecionei tudo errado. Tá rolando um sorteio aí de um gift card no valor de R$100 para qualquer plataforma, e tudo que vocês têm que fazer é... Tudo que vocês têm que fazer é dar 100... Nossa, quase falei tudo errado. 100 bits, com 100 bits, um sub ou R$10, vocês participam, tá? E tem chance aí de estar ganhando um gift card no valor de R$100. Então fiquem à vontade para participar. Uma arma, meu Deus do céu. Cara, onde eu vou encontrar uma arma aqui, Jesus? Ai, meu Deus, eles me viram. Fudeu.
Do it. Don't even think about it.
Vou deixar ele me matar, que é mais fácil. Preciso de uma arma, senhor.
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's? I should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
Ah, o que eu achei aqui.
What do you know about it? We're from Lord von Berghoff, and we're looking for those murderers.
I know Lord von Berghoff.
Lord von Berghoff is reinforcing his garrison on account of them renegades that are wandering around here.
É, eu ouvi falar sobre isso. Coitada da mulher.
Questions. And when I say we're from Berghoff, then we're from fucking Berghoff. Tell me, how come there's all these bloody rags here, eh? Spit it out. The blood's not even dry.
I was treating two fellas from Shelley what got badly beaten up in a brawl in the tavern there yesterday.
Now, isn't that a coincidence? Right at the time when we're looking for two battered murderers around here. Out with the truth, you old hag, or we'll torch the whole place under your feet.
I'm telling you the truth. I treated them and they went on their way. Go and ask in Shelley about them.
We'll see about that. Now move! I'll have a look inside.
Better not go in there.
Atento coisa nenhuma.
Ah!
Ai, eu esqueci de equipar a arma, que maravilha. Eu achei que eu tava com a arma equipada e não tava.
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's? I should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
Turinha se juntou à loucura.
E aí, Purinha, tudo bom? Seja bem-vinda. Meu Deus, como faz pra sacar isso aí? Esse aqui é o Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Tá equipado, né? Talvez eu que tenha problema. Eita, sério? Sinto muito. Oi.
Eu joguei lá,
Veneno?
veneno lá para, entendeu?
Sim,
E dá para secar. Depois eu vou comprar mistura.
tá.
E compra o quê?
Não sei, quer comprar carne moída? É bom.
Vai ter batata aí, não?
Eu não sei se tem. Uma live sensacional pra você também, Arcanjo. Um ótimo dia pra você, viu? Nossa, Purinha, que bom que deu pra resolver, mas é tenso, viu? Não é esse não, mas é bom tanto quanto. Vou indicar o arcanjo aqui, ó. E a Purinha também.
When I say we're from Burgov, then we're from fucking Burgov. Tell me, how come there's all these bloody rags here, eh? Spit it out. The blood's not even dry.
Gente, obrigado pela presença, por todo mundo que está aqui, viu?
Now, isn't that... Hey,
Para de
what are
incomodar a
you doing?
senhora.
We're gonna gut you, you whore son! Ah, fuck that! What the? Fuck! Let's get back!
Morreu. Cadê o cachorro? Não, não posso morrer, não.
Now you're finished!
Eu quase morri. Nossa, eu quase morri pra matar vocês, mas deu certo. Deixa eu me curar aqui que eu tô morrendo. Como faz pra usar? Ai, não. Eu devia ter curado. Obrigado pelo Lurk, Dark.
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's? I should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
Who've been pillaging.
Eu não sei, não.
Around the domain. They slaughtered some knight and his company yesterday down by the pond. Two of them fled and they must be hiding here somewhere in the rocks. What do you know about it? We're from Lord von Berghoff, and we're... Hey, what are you...
Corre, véia. O cachorro não me ajudou dessa vez.
Show what you're made of. Now you're finished.
Pior que eu vou morrer mesmo.
Bad luck. You can't run from me,
Eu morri de sangramento. Esse jogo não é fácil.
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's?
Olha, coisa boa então,
Should
hein?
have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
For Christ's sake, woman.
Eu só tô jogando isso aqui porque um amigo... Roubei da conta de um amigo meu.
Fucking questions.
Não tava jogando, não.
I'm the one asking the questions. And when I say we're from Burgov, then we're from fucking Burgov. Tell me, how come there's all the... Hey, what are you doing?
Como aqui pra resolver o problema que é vocês.
Get ready to face your maker.
Pode não.
No?
Que porra foi essa? Acabou. Vamos dar aquela saqueada bonita. Mais 2 corpos pra enterrar.
Did they hurt you?
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Nossa, eu tô só
Who
o
do you
pó,
think they
viu?
were?
I don't know how much you heard. They came here saying they was from Lord von Burgo, and they was looking for 2 bandits that ambushed some knight yesterday. But for sure they wasn't von Burgo's people. They didn't even have his Waffenrocks. But they sure sounded keen to find you fellas.
Maybe they were from that band that followed us yesterday.
Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
Well, I must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Cobbler, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trusky to deliver a message from Sir Hanish of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord von Burgov. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond, and you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you. I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them. Except I have 2 fresh corpses in my yard.
Don't worry. I reckon I've still got a bit of strength left. I ought to be able to manage it before evening.
I'd be eternally grateful to you. But be careful while you're at it. You don't want to open that wound or strain yourself.
What about Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything?
Exatamente, né? Exatamente.
Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you two the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy. But we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
All right, I'll try. But I'm not sure how to do it.
I told you, I'll explain everything. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it.
Só pra tirar o sangue da cara.
Hans, can you hear me, friend? Christ. In the end, you bore the brunt for both of us. May all the saints watch over you, and over Bajana, too.
Everything's prepared. There's an alchemy bench in the alcove. Go to it and we'll get started.
Ó, vamos nós de novo. Tem um cemitério aqui de gente daqui a pouco.
Ah, fuck. Ah, this damn shoulder. Oof. A cutthroat like him is no great loss. Even
E
so,
aí, Barba, tudo bom? Seja bem-vindo. Obrigada por curtir a live.
God give you your just reward.
Vou pegar o outro aqui e acabar logo com isso. É um bom lugar pra cavar.
Grant the deceased eternal rest, Lord, and let them be bathed in your light. Rest in peace. Amen.
Tá cheio de cova aqui.
And get into it. I want to get it done before nightfall.
Those corpses have been taken care of. They're gone to rest by the stream.
Oh, thanks, Henry. I appreciate it. You did what you could. Me and the gravedigger will do the rest, so I ain't stuck with that corpse forever.
Então vamos lá fazer uma solução.
First, go to the recipe book.
Sim.
Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll start.
O sono cura mais rápido e se for de boa qualidade, a energia também se recupera mais rápido durante o sono. Se precisar de alguma coisa, 2 punhados de camomila e 1 punhado de sálvia. Adicione a camomila e ferva por um turno. Com a sálvia adicione ao caldeirão. Por fim, sirva.
All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe.
Nossa, até isso parece complicado. Ferva o conteúdo do caldeirão. O tempo de fermentação determinado pelas voltas são polida. Ferva o caldeirão usando o fole. Finalize a poção despejando-a. Então, destilando-a. Finalize a poção despejando o para nariz e esmagando. Depois de ler a receita, você pode começar a preparar a poção. Despeje a base líquida correta no caldeirão. Pode descobrir qual base usar na receita. Agora vem o óleos destilados. As bases estão nas jarras na prateleira esquerda do caldeirão. Basta olhar uma delas e despejá-las. Se você despejar o líquido errado no caldeirão, cometer qualquer outro erro em qualquer momento, poderá começar a preparar a poção novamente, mas perderá os ingredientes que usou. É, exatamente, exatamente. Ou Skyrim, né? Que você só taca todos os ingredientes e mistura. Se você despejar o líquido errado no caldeirão ou cometer qualquer outro erro em qualquer momento, poderá começar a preparar a poção novamente, mas perderá os ingredientes que usou. Disponha na mesa os ingredientes necessários ao seu inventário de modo geral. Serão ervas com ingredientes especiais ocasionais. Você pode preparar os ingredientes abrindo seu inventário e selecionando-os. Você pode ter até 3 tipos de ervas e 3 ingredientes especiais. Todos ficam à direita do caldeirão. As ervas são colhidas em punhados e você só pode colher um punhado por vez. Depois de colher, você pode jogá-la no caldeirão e acrescentar a base sobre elas. Colocá-las no pilão ou uma tigela para guardar. Eles se comportam igual às ervas, mas você só pode ter um de cada. Uns podem ser triturados no pilão por motivos óbvios. Regula a fervura no caldeirão, ajustando sua altura acima da chama. Meu Deus, é muita complicação. Para ventilar o fogo, gira a ampulheta para determinar a fermentação. O caldeirão pode ficar acima de 2 alturas, muito acima da chama. Ele não ferverá. Se você colocar diretamente sobre o fogo, ele começará a ferver depois de um tempo. É possível saber quando o conteúdo levantou fervura pelas bolhas na superfície. Se você levar o caldeirão, a fervura será interrompida imediatamente. Se você soprar fole abaixo do caldeirão, você atiçará a chama e o conteúdo estará a ferver intensamente. A colheita fica à direita do caldeirão e você pode usá-la para cuidar do tempo de cozimento, mas cuidado, a fervura ocorrerá independente de você medir o tempo ou não. Complicadérrimo. Para finalizar a poção, pegue o frasco e escolha uma das 3 maneiras de finalizá-lo. O modo de finalização da poção está escrito na receita. Despejando a poção. Despejar a poção. Para isso, olhe para o caldeirão com o frasco na mão. Destilação, você pode destilar a poção. Para isso, olhe para o ambiente com o frasco na mão e finalize a poção. Coleta de pólvora. Método serve só para finalizar a pólvora. Quando isso acontecer, olhe para o almofarix e finalize a poção. Se você preparar a poção corretamente, aparecerá uma tabela com sua descrição. Só mostrar a qualidade da poção preparada. Ela pode ter 4 níveis de qualidade. Sua qualidade final é dada pelo rigor. Você seguiu a receita pela duração e temperatura da fermentação e pelo frescor das ervas. Se você cometer um erro em algum ponto durante a preparação, Henry fará um comentário ao final. Isso dirá que pode ter dado errado.
If you don't remember what goes in there, look in the book again.
O livro mais me confunde do que tudo. Primeiro eu tenho que jogar isso aqui em algum lugar.
If you don't remember what goes in there, look in the book again.
Destilado, óleo, vinho. É o vinho que tem que usar. Vamos ver aqui. Não é que é confuso, é muita coisa. Os ingredientes necessários que você precisa ter consigo para preparar a poção. A base líquida da poção não fica no seu inventário, mas é possível encontrá-la na prateleira esquerda. Informações sobre a poção, etapas da preparação, procedimentos de preparação ilustrado. Jogue os ingredientes no caldeirão. Então, pela lógica, primeiro eu tenho que jogar... Caramba, bugou aqui meu personagem. Tem que jogar a camomila primeiro lá. Vou dar uma olhada ali na minha mãe rapidão.
Have you poured it in? What are you waiting for? pour it in there. Have you poured it in? Have you poured it in?
Ah, entendi. Nossa, mas não é fácil, não. 2 punhados de camomila e 1 punhado de sal.
What are you waiting for? Pour it in there.
Vamos tentar adicionar aqui. Eu só não sei como adiciona. Botar uma parte para adicionar o negócio. Os ingredientes. Ah, tá. Base líquida é o vinho.
What's taking you so long, lad? You've got the pitchers there on the shelf on the left. So, what did you pour in there?
Wine, of course. Like it says in the book.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit.
E aí, Gabiane, bom dia, tudo bom? Peraí, Gabiane, estou aprendendo alquimia aqui. Essa aqui é alquimia de verdade, não é alquimia de... Não é alquimia de jogo fácil, não. Tô conseguindo ler o livro, que coisa maravilhosa.
Don't you know what to do? Just move it down. Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling.
Como faz isso, moço?
It's boiling. To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flame. Try it. Move the cauldron up.
Já deu uma fervida, né?
Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked.
O seu inventário.
There on the shelf, so you've got them at hand.
Pronto.
All right, let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
Mais um pouquinho.
When you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts. See? When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire. Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames. All right. Now, take 1 handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
Tem que ser aqui, né? Pega um punhado de salva do saco e pressione para jogá-lo no almofarix embaixo do caldeirão. Em seguida, pressione X para moer. Aqui é uma poção, mano.
Have you ground it? Good. Now, drop it in the cauldron. You don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is decant it. Get a file and pour it in.
Poções podem ser finalizadas decantando ou destilando. Isso depende da receita. Para decantar a poção, pegue um frasco da prateleira à esquerda e selecione o caldeirão segurando X. Para destilar, pegue o frasco e selecione o destilador localizado embaixo do caldeirão, segurando o X. Frasco à esquerda, né? Frasco.
Why haven't you decanted it? You'll find the file below on the left.
Não é isso que era pra fazer, jogo desgraçado.
Done. Now, let's see what you've brewed.
Eu acho que eu fiz certo.
Here it is.
Ooh, by the smell of it, it's a chamomile decoction the way it should be.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
I reckon you've done all you could. What you need now is a bit of rest. Go and get a good sleep. That works wonders.
Concordo, minha senhora. Não há remédio melhor do que dormir.
With a bit of luck, that decoction will chase away the fever. You'll sleep better.
Lord God
after,
Almighty,
and that'll
look
give you
down on a
strength.
poor sinner
There's not
and
much
hear
more
my
I can
heartfelt
do now.
prayer.
It's
Protect
up
Sir
to
Hans
you
and don't let him
your
die.
life.
Just as he didn't let me die. Preserve his life. Because he's a young gentleman. Brave and just and a good Christian. And look down on Bajena too. And let her save Sir Hans. And deliver her from all evil. And grant her grace. Because she herself is merciful and didn't turn us away in our hour of need. Amen.
Amen. The fever should start to cool now. We did what we could for Hans. The rest is in God's hands.
Vamos descansar, né?
Heavens above! Didn't I tell you to go and get some sleep?
Então vamos dormir mais.
I still feel a bit shit. I should get back into bed.
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its life back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Só com coisas de
Where's
guerra.
my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine, and I plan to take everything.
Rotted hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
The stronger dog fucks the bitches, and war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
O cara gosta da espada
Wake
dele.
up, Henry. It's past sunrise. Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Oh, Hans. He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad. But I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly.
Cara, contando tudo pra menina que ele acabou de
However hard they
acontecer.
are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
The sword. The last thing Pa forged before they murdered him. It might sound strange, but I feel his soul won't find peace until that sword is back in our family.
It doesn't sound strange at all. And swords are a symbol of kings. It could mean power and responsibility, or war and ruin. After all, a sword has two edges, and it depends who's wielding it.
Sim.
Thanks, Pavlina. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy
Foi
for
fácil que
many ailments.
a senhora
A full
ajudou.
stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
Ah, eu não tenho um potinho. Ela levantou e saiu andando, né? Eles quase morreram, eles têm que aceitar tudo. É mais pesada. Não mexo nessas possibilidades, não. Ideia. Pontos de habilidade pra ficar, o personagem ficar mais forte. Parece que sim.
Good morning, Henry. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking. Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the 3rd time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The 3rd time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Once, when we were out hunting, Hans was taken captive by humans. But with a bit of luck, I managed to rescue him.
Humans?
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the
Peraí, deixa eu dar
Hungarian
uma
lands.
olhada aqui.
The core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred.
What?
Pillage, rape, and murder.
What?
They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us?
Mas o Jester
But
Underline se
if they
juntou à
did
loucura.
come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive. I rescued him.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, audentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
Banido. Banido. Banido.
Banido. Banido.
Liguei, tá ligado? Tô. Complicado.
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a count.
Deixa eu ver uma coisinha aqui. Oi. Oi! Oi! Eu tava aí até agora, você quis fazer tudo sozinha.
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you
É quando
hauled
eu
me here?
clico fora
To
do
be
jogo,
honest,
ele
by
fica
a
sem
stroke of
som.
luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falchion and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for, but I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily, I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things, but I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way.
Bom dia, Gabiane.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bozhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble.
Presentinho aqui.
It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right.
Tô com fome também.
We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Light.
Sentirei saudades, Bozena.
If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer.
Can you tell me something about these parts?
What can I say? The
Oi.
village of Zheleov is nearby, and close to it there's a big traveller's inn. And to the north of Zheleov is Takhov. They've got a blacksmith's there, and a small tavern. There's no love lost between the folks from Zheleov and Takhov. They're always out to spite each other.
I don't suppose those are the only villages around here.
It ain't far from Zheleov to Semin. Sir Jan, the owner, he got a big stud farm. The biggest village in these parts is... Then there's Nabakov Fort, but Pavlena knows more gossip about...
How come you live out here?
That's just the way it is. It's for me to know.
Ah. All right.
It was good to see you, my friend.
Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got held up in Troskovitz.
Of all places. And it's not the first time.
I know, but I was going past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there. And I succeeded.
Emmerich won't be happy.
Then he shouldn't sell so dear. He charges nearly twice as much as we do, so it's no wonder folks buy from us. But I understand. Next time I'll come straight home, so you're not on your own so much. If anyone comes here again threatening...
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance.
É
You're right, we
verdade.
shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I'd known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I know how it sounds, but I saw him. Believe me. I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Of course, Henry. But that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund, and Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. It was dark. God...
I saw him, the bat.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you.
Ah,
And
tá de
your
boa.
sword, too. You're still my protector, though. So you need a weapon, right?
Where'd you get it?
I found it in the dung pile. Must have belonged to the fellow I brawled with that night. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will...
Ah, você, não vou sentir saudades da senhora. Muito obrigada. Você é um amor. É, eu tenho que sair de lá antes que os caras vão atrás dela. Exatamente. Eu não sei se isso é do prólogo, não. Ela falou que tinha 3 horas de prólogo. Eu não acho muito, visto que o Metaphor é um dos jogos que tem o maior prólogo que eu vi na minha vida. É, imagino. Eu tô curtindo muito. Eu imaginei, Gabiane.
Oh, I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
Não sei.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed. And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed.
Eu tô jogando no PC.
Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord.
Eu também não sou pessoa de jogar no PC. Eu estou jogando esse porque realmente meu amigo só tem pra PC.
Hear me! Open the gate! I am a
Ixi,
messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
tá dando merda já. O cara zoou aqui o menino.
To Ratai! Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're
Caramba.
messengers. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company
Caramba,
was
isso tá
also
muito com cara de
ambushed by
golpe, viu?
outlaws.
Muito
The captain
mesmo.
barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
Eu sei. Eu tô ligada do que você tá falando, amigo casa.
Or not, get your shitty hands off me! No, wait. Wait, one moment! What the fuck was that? So now what? There's only one thing we can do.
E qual seria? Olha lá, Gabiane.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
E aí, Dan, tudo bom? Seja bem-vindo. Como você tá?
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel.
Tô bem também, querido. Obrigado pela presença.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars and we stink even worse.
Ah, recomendo jogar, viu? Tá muito bom. Tô gostando muito. Principalmente da parte da história e tal, da época e tudo mais.
You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Oh, different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Ah, tá, legal. Primeiro eu vi algum plano pra escapar da situação de merda.
Oh, we could track down those bandits and get our letter back. With that, they'd have to let us in.
How do you intend to do that? Ask them nicely. Please, kind bandits, pretty please.
Eu tenho vontade de jogar The Witcher de novo, porque eu joguei só uma vez, zerei uma vez. E ele é um jogo bom pra se jogar de novo.
Very droll. No, I was thinking more like finding their camp and sneaking in stealthily. Find out where they put the letter, grab it, and vanish before they even know we were there.
Are you dreaming? What kind of chance do you think we'd have?
Quite a strong one. Maybe.
Bollocks, old pal.
Estão lascados.
Go back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
A laughing stock? We were outnumbered by a gang of bandits.
Yes, and how come they got away with it? Because we camped at that fucking pond. We've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenis. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you finish, report for work.
Cheers.
What is it? That's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for?
I bear that witch. Wench!
Oh, I tell you. What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Será que ela vai lembrar quem ele é?
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you?
Obrigada, Dante.
Nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry, I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah,
Obrigada,
that's
Dante.
another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster. If you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first.
E aí, gatinho?
Stinking up my establishment.
But that toe rag only gave me the innards.
Uma delícia. Nossa, meu personagem tá fudidaço. Que fome, meu Deus. Ai.
Banquets. You know what they're like.
They'll fill their bellies. There'll be nothing left.
Aqui é. Vamos lá pra você aqui?
I hear one of them nomads is an acrobat who does all...
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
You were attacked at the pond. You, some other women, and so were we as it happened.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle and I wasn't at any pond.
Foi se fazer de desentendida, moça.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. A couple of the bandits grabbed you, but their leader put a stop to it. It was all very strange.
Shut up! For God's sake! Someone will hear you. I wasn't at the pond, and that's that. And don't mention it again. To me or anyone else. Got that?
Ixi, tem alguma coisa estranha aí.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Os caras pelados, eu não sei, gatinho. Ah, sim, é sim.
I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him,
Eita, gatinho.
means wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for.
Tem que trabalhar pra pagar a conta do almoço. Ai.
Can't it wait? We've got coin, just not at the moment.
Oh, why? We'll pay you back when we... Over there by the gate, there's a cart. My old man was meant to take them into the house. The second door in there leads to the pantry. You have to lay each sack on the planks. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy. And then we'll be quits.
É, mas ele não tá falando com a moça porque ela é bonita, eu tava querendo dar em cima dela. Ele tava querendo resolver uma situação.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right. We'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
From far away.
I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be fought, but then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around it. And that's a big problem.
I'm sorry.
Well, can't be helped.
I heard some talk about some wedding being.
Ah, young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truskovitz bailiff. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner.
Will Lord von Burgov?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But
Who is this Semin?
can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin.
É, meu personagem tá compromissado.
Old Jan Samin is the head of the family. And his son's called... There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try...
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad.
It seems that's...
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of young Svatja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a...
Where can I find work around these parts?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me. So don't bother looking anywhere else. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but come to mention it, he sat just round the corner there, and that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs help, you know what they say?
I've heard...
Well then...
Essa é a única taverna.
Is this the only tavern here?
In Truskovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do...
Is that all you know about the wedding?
What else is there to know?
Where's the pantry?
Second door inside the...
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. Coming right up.
Tá, vou ficar sentadinho aqui. Não dá. Já volto, gente. Olha o almoço aqui rapidão.
An ale, as usual.
I was wondering if you'd lend me your bullet.
Did you hear To a good harvest.
Oi! Oi!
Innkeeper, have you got anything to eat?
Here it comes.
Ai, eu acho que eu morro de fome.
Greetings.
To you
Enjoy
too.
your meal.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Greetings.
To you too.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, a nobleman, is marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's the talk of the region. It's invitation only, of course. But maybe we could wangle our way in somehow.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
All right, I understand. I'll carry them by myself.
I'm glad you know your place.
Although, a couple of sacks wouldn't kill you, eh?
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratores,
Engraçado.
the priests who pray for us. Laboratores, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And bellatores, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
I understand. Well, I'm in your service, so I'll carry all the sacks. Even your share.
Thank you, Henry. And don't worry, I'll pay you back for your hard work.
Desgraçado.
Thanks again for accepting it with humility. And fear not, friend, I'll repay the favor.
How? By giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man,
Looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
That would be kind of you.
I knew you'd be pleased.
And she stamps and bites when she's upset.
Cheers.
Oh, I feel a bit sick.
Greetings. Are you the bailiff, son?
Hi, that's me. Who are you?
I'm Henry.
I'll probably forget after a few tankards anyway. What do you want? You don't think you're gonna wangle some coin out of me, do you?
No. I'll just have a couple of questions.
Ask away. I have plenty of time.
What's going on here in the region apart from that?
Apart from the bandits? Nothing much. Life's peaceful enough. The war has steered clear of us, thankfully. Lord von Berghoff is respected throughout the kingdom. But high politics is nothing for me. I don't stick my nose into it.
I heard your sister's getting married.
Indeed she is. It's going to be a grand affair. There are even guests coming from Gutenberg. Even Lord von Berghoff is coming. That's how important my family is.
Look, I need to pass on an important message to von Berghoff. But I can't get into the castle because of what happened to us. Do you think you could...
Invite you? Not a chance. I don't know you from Adam.
It would only be for a while.
Look, loads of lackeys like you will be needed at the wedding. Try asking for a job. I'm not saying you're sure to get to von Berghoff that way, but you can try.
Isso aí é uma boa dica.
You must know young Lord Semin, don't you?
Aye, he's a close friend. Although he's been acting a bit odd recently.
Odd? Odd how?
He spends more time in the woods than at home. Always riding off somewhere and doesn't want to talk about...
I'd like to ask about the wedding again.
No, I'm not inviting you.
Thanks.
Wait a moment. Since you're here, it occurred to me we could roll a few. What do you say?
It's a wager.
That's a shame. You know what? If you beat me, we'll work something out with the wedding.
You'd invite us, you mean?
You'd have to beat me first. And that's not going to happen.
Vamos jogar até eu ganhar.
We'll see about that. Let's play.
You really are desperate to get to the wedding, huh?
Time.
Lá vamos nós. Tem 2, 4, 2, 5.
What? Oh, come on!
Vamos ver. Não.
Innkeeper, a beer!
Innkeeper, what's taking so long?
Não dá. Não dá. Então só esse aqui mesmo. Não sei se tô jogando certo não, viu?
My God, I'm done.
An ale, as usual.
Dá pra melhorar isso, hein, gatinho?
I'll have a beer.
Ajudo sim.
To your health, my friends.
My God, oh, come on.
Tamo tudo fraco.
Why the long face? I bought a lovely U-boat. Great price.
$350. Pera aí! Ai, mano, falta 100 pontos.
I'm telling you, he fucked me over. He's supposed to be a bloody sawbones.
Oh, come on.
He's nothing
Haha, eu acho que eu vou ganhar, viu?
I mean, who the hell does he think he is? He's not the one with the itchy prick.
2, 3, 4, 5. Ganhei, filhão.
You must have a lucky...
Bloody hell. You've played before. Admit it.
True. I can't deny it.
Thank God we weren't playing for coin. You'd have cleaned me out.
Well, we were playing for something else. So I hope you're going to keep your word.
Well, it's not that easy, you know. I can't just invite every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Only my old man can do that.
You were lying then?
A bit. But look on the bright side. We had a game, and you didn't
Cara,
lose
me deu
anything.
balão
Didn't win anything
aqui.
either.
You can still get to the wedding as a lackey, if you make an effort.
Acho que eu finalmente entendi como funciona esse...
Greetings to you.
Likewise, lad.
I haven't seen you here before. Where are you from?
Well, I'm not from around here. I'm just an ordinary tradesman who minds his own
Guardar as
business.
panelas lá.
Ordinary tradesman, you say?
I find that hard to believe. Me and Crazel have had our eye on you for a while now.
You look like beggars, but you talk like learned fellows. You two are an odd pair, all right.
Do me a favor. It's obvious they're two hard-up students, or apprentices. What do they call you, lad?
I'm Henry.
So, Henry, what was it you were after?
Since you've joined us.
Você sabe sobre o casamento, eu não queria
I heard
falar
there's
com
going
eles
to be a
agora.
big wedding in these parts. What do you know about it?
That's right. A big affair in Samin.
Everyone wants...
And anyone who's not invited.
Because you weren't...
Of course I was invited. We're all just playthings.
Trying to sound clever again.
All I'm saying...
Sod that. Even Lord von Berg...
Peraí, daqui a pouco eu volto.
I've got to be...
Wait, what's your...
You ain't...
We set up... It was only through luck. We lost every...
Can't say I'm... But it's true.
Nossa, você quer falar mesmo com esses caras. Peraí que eu vou dar uma olhada aqui nos negócios.
you help me?
Cheers!
Oh, with a cup, of course. Who else?
What do you mean? Steal.
One day, when their time comes, I'll take her to the butcher. And the more I think about it, the clearer it is to me that I can't do it. We could come up with a plan to take her away. Somewhere she's out of sight. You know, so she's safe.
The butcher? Safe? What?
There'd have to be two of us. I couldn't manage a pig that size on my own. She's strong as an ox, and she stamps and bites when she's upset. Did you hear about what happened at the big wheel?
At the mill?
Easy does it. Deep breaths. We'll talk about it later.
Did you hear about the bailies? No.
I'll drink to
that.
I was wondering if I decided to steal her. Would you help me?
What? Who?
With a cup, of course. Who else?
What do you mean? Steal.
One day, when their time comes, I'll take her to the butcher. And the more I think about it, the clearer it
How's
is
it
to
going?
me that
My wife and I are pickling cabbage. Loads of it.
we could
Again?
come up with a
That's
plan
what you
to
said
take her
last
away.
week. And the
Somewhere
one
she's out
before
of
that.
sight.
It's good for you.
You know.
Pickled
so
cabbage
she's
drives
safe.
out the black bile and puts your fluids in balance.
What
fluids? Saturn and Jupiter are in a bad
There'd have
constellation
to
at the
be
moment.
two of us.
That
I
churns
couldn't
up the
manage
black
a pig
bile and
that
makes
size
you
on
ill.
my own.
You idiot.
She's
You've been
strong
hanging
as an
around
ox,
with Miller Krazel
and she
again,
stamps
haven't you?
and bites
What
when
if
she's
I have?
upset.
It may be a bit odd, but everything he says is true. The other
Easy does
day,
it.
he told me to give
Deep
my
breaths.
cows dark ale to
We'll
drink.
talk about it later.
What? You didn't actually do it, did you?
Laugh all you like, but if I told you they gave 3 times as much milk afterwards, you still wouldn't be impressed, would you?
Wait, really?
Aye, aye. Take my advice and go and pickle some cabbage, friend.
Would you help?
Sister Laws, I be a better.
Who?
With a cup, of course. Who else?
What do you mean? Steal.
One day, when their time comes, I'll take her to the butcher. And the more I think about it, the clearer it is to me that I can't do it. We could come up with a plan to take her away.
So-
Somewhere she's out of sight. You know, so she's safe.
The butcher? Safe? What?
There'd have to be two of us. I couldn't manage a pig that size on my own. She's strong as an ox, and she stamps and bites when she's upset.
Oh, I feel a bit sick.
Easy does it. Deep breaths. We'll talk about it later.
Hello, Bankbeard.
A large bit.
If I decided to steal her, would you help me?
What? Who?
With a cup, of course. Who else?
What do you mean? Steal.
One day, when their time comes, I'll take her to the butcher. And the more I think about it, the clearer it is to me that I can't do it. We could come up with a plan
It happens.
to take her away.
Just watch where you're going
Somewhere
next
she's
time.
out of sight. You know, so she's safe.
The butcher? Safe? What?
There'd have to be two of us. I couldn't manage a pig that size on my own. She's strong as an ox, and she stamps and bites when she's upset.
Oh, I feel a bit sick.
Easy does it. Deep breaths. We'll talk about it later. If I decided to steal her, would you help me?
What? Who?
With a cup, of course. Who else?
What do you mean? Steal.
One day, when their time comes, or take her to the butcher. And the more I think about it, the clearer it is to me that...
A tankard of ale, thanks.
We could come up with a plan to take her away. Somewhere she's out of sight. You know, so she's safe.
The butcher? Safe? What?
There'd have to be two of us. I couldn't manage a pig that size on my own.
I'd like a beer.
She's strong as an ox. And she stamps and bites when she's upset.
Oh, I feel a bit sick.
Easy does it. Deep breaths. We'll talk about it later.
What now? So, how much did you pay them?
If I decided to steal her, would you help me?
What? Who?
How's life treating you? Who else?
What do you mean? Steal?
One day, when their time comes, I'll
I
take
heard
her
you're
to
in
the
need of
butcher.
money.
And the more I think about it, the clearer it is to me that I can't do it. We could come up with a plan to take her away.
I heard they are going to
Somewhere
cut down
she's
the
out
old
of
oak at
sight.
the crop.
You know, so she's safe.
I bought a lovely U-boat the other day for a great price.
What good's a boat?
There'd have to be two of us. I couldn't manage a pig that size on my own. She's strong as an ox. And she stamps and bites when she's upset.
Oh, I feel a bit sick.
Easy does it. Deep breaths. We'll talk about it later. If I decided to steal her, would you help me?
What? Who?
With a cup, of course. Who else?
What do you mean? Steal?
One day, when their time comes, I'll take her to the butcher. And the more I think about it, the clearer it is to me that I can't.
An ale, as usual.
We could come up with a plan to take her away. Somewhere she's out of sight. You know, so she's safe.
The butcher? Safe? What?
There'd have to be two of us. I couldn't manage a pig that size on my own. She's strong as an ox. And she stamps and bites
your
when
help.
she's upset.
Oh, I feel a bit sick.
Easy does it. Deep breaths. We'll talk about it later. If I decided to steal her, would you help me?
What? Who?
With a cup, of course. Who else?
What do you mean? Steal?
One day, when their time comes, I'll take her to the butcher. And the more I think about it, the clearer it is to me that I can't do it. We could come up with a plan to take her away. Somewhere she's out of sight. You know, so she's safe.
The butcher? Safe? What?
There'd have to be two of us. I couldn't manage a pig that size on my own. She's strong as an ox. And she stamps and bites when she's upset.
What did you say?
Say it again. It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trusky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
I've had enough of your insults. Our men were slaughtered there.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you the same advice I gave your little chum. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me, you and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared. Hey, you! Get your sweetheart and fuck off out of our village. Both of you.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me? Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
Nice hit! Take that! I'll hack your ass off! Stop looking!
Yeah!
Now
Don't
you
spare him!
You know my first fucker!
This is unbelievable! Let him have it!
Ha! Zeig, was du drauf hast! Slice him up!
Hey!
Scheiße! Fuck you! Lenka! Wir werden dich ausnehmen!
He doesn't know which way to turn.
Yeah!
Hey!
Don't
Scheiße!
spare him!
That madman! Why'd he do it? This is unbelievable!
Let him have it!
Wanker!
What's it to be, you wretch? Nice hit. Slice him up.
Now we'll have you, you scum!
Du verdammter Mistkerl!
Yeah, don't spare him. Nice hit.
You won't get me!
Get off, Boris. Yeah, fuck that. You'll kick the bucket, you shit. Yeah, don't spare him.
Hey! Scheiße!
You worm! Let's get it over with!
You won't get me!
You're no match for us, fucker!
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
Bastards! This will cost you dearly.
Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat.
How dare you speak...
You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship.
You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess.
Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it?
Fuck off. Shut up. Or you'll get a whipping too.
Who the hell do you think you are? Well, nothing to say for yourself? Just as well. It's your fault we're in this fucking pillory. This is a bad dream. You really are a simpleton. I don't understand how I could have failed to see it for so long. A stupid yokel who doesn't know the way of the world. Still got nothing to say. Not worth the fucking effort, am I? I can't believe I ever bothered with you. My so-called protector, adjutant? You're a waste of space. It was me who had to save your life. You couldn't even keep an eye on your fucking mutt.
Ai, meu Deus. Ai, caramba, como eu vim parar aqui? Eu não sei como eu vim parar aqui. O que aconteceu?
Oh, that's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere. I haven't said anything because there's no point arguing. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to
You don't really mean that.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild.
Well.
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on,
Caramba, o que aconteceu com o meu jogo? O que eu perdi?
Not another word. I have to consider what to do next.
Tá lá na cozinha, pode pegar se quiser.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
Ocelotto.
Hey! Go!
Coitado.
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do? You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Bergov at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
Coitado, meu amigo me deixou pra trás.
I suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find muck without you, you stuck-up Lord of Perkstein.
Henry? Aye. You're in the right place. Over here? You don't look like you're in a rush anywhere.
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
You don't have to thank me. I could have done without it. And that fracas in front of the tavern as well.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offense, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
Alright.
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He ricks logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a loaded hay wagon. Crazy. But to be fair to him, he sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out?
And, not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the pool...
Where might I run into?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue.
Hey, you. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good.
I ain't. I'm...
You're something like...
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for...
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary, but I'd like to go somewhere else. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller, or no...
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place...
I'd like to see what they're home.
You can go and see them, just don't...
Where are you headed?
For work, to the city. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread with the city folk.
You said you were going to a city. You mean like to Prague?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there.
Aha.
Well, she doesn't, but I won't be troubling her long. Just until...
Why exactly are you helping me?
Why? I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciative...
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not hard...
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of... I appreciate your concern, but I'm
practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk to me.
At least you're not walking around bare-assed.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather...
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin?
I'd prefer something a little more ordinary. I'd like to...
After what you did here with that friend of yours, even the deaf and blind... But between the two of us, it's easy enough.
Thanks.
Just don't get yourself caught.
I have no money.
The hell you will. Here you go. I'll skip supper. It's partly your...
Wow. I mean...
Yeah, don't start crying. You'd better find some work.
Damn.
Don't exaggerate.
Still.
There's a stud farm in Semin.
And which way is Semi?
Southwest from here, not too far. There's a road go. Once you see the walled farmhouse, you're there. Though I'll be a queen before you can afford a horse from...
Do you know where I might find...
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay.
I'm not going near that tavern. I'd catch hell again.
If you find some work, maybe you'll get a place to sleep too.
My main concern is getting to that wedding in Semi.
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is getting married.
How much time do you think I have?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished and blacksmith Radovan, so no rush.
Hopefully by then I'll really need some.
I can see that. Save up for some.
Oh well. It was nice to meet you.
Don't worry, you'll manage.
Virei mendigo total agora.
Mind where you're going. Doesn't it bother you? Walking around here like some kind of animal?
Deus, deixa eu parar por aqui.